първия workshop, който нашите колеги от Италия са подготвили за вас, доктор Стефания Манка и професор Simone Evangelisti. Now we are continuing with the main topic for today. Our partners from Italy, Dr. Stefania Manca and Professor Simone Evangelisti will lead the workshop for you. So we hope you like it and we hope it's interesting for you. So let's start.
Okay, good morning everybody. I hope you are doing well, you get some rest last night and you are ready for this session tomorrow. So, first of all, we agreed to do this activity everybody in English. I hope it's okay with you. So we won't need any kind of translation, okay? As you can see, the idea is to leverage on the potential of social media and specifically on Instagram or TikTok. I don't know how many of you use usually TikTok. Can you raise your hand, please? Okay, good. So most of them are familiar with TikTok. So that was the idea to do some kind of activity on this social media platform. So.
Може ли да сменим следващия слайд?
Okay, so what's the aim of this activity? The aim is to focus on the dynamics of antisemitism and hate speech on social media platforms, and to acquire some kind of knowledge about how to use social media to fight against antisemitism, misinformation, and hate speech. How can we do this? Okay, don't be worried because I have some printed copies of this presentation, so not a copy for everyone, but since you will be working in small groups, you have a copy of this presentation. So the idea is to present some practical tools to counter anti-Semitism on TikTok. And since you were here yesterday during my presentation in the plenary session in the afternoon, you are well aware that we are thinking about TikTok as a positive technology, not only to widespread anti-Semitic content, hate speech, fake news and disinformation, but also to counter and to fight against these events. So, what shall we do? We will create some small groups of participants, during which each group will choose the objective of the activity, the key message, and the strategy. What we are talking about. First of all, we'll have 15 minutes during which you'll in small groups or pairs, whatever you like. You will have a look at a number of TikTok profiles, of which I provide you the list at the end of this short presentation. So the idea is to get familiar with this kind of content. Yesterday I presented a number of videos on TikTok, but for time reasons I couldn't delve into many more details. So this morning, first of all, what we'll do is to go to TikTok and have a look at a few of these profiles. So the idea is to get familiar of how Some of these videos may be considered successful and effective against combating hate or anti-Semitism on TikTok. So my suggestion is to look at the kind of content, the type of strategies of communication or educational approach these videos use to give you an idea of how to leverage TikTok to be used positively. The second part of the activity, which is number 4, is the development of activism content. So each group will choose a type of content to develop. This can be a graphic poster, a storyboard for a video, a script for a short TikTok video. Of course, we don't have time to develop the poster or the video, to do the video entirely because we don't have enough time, but the idea is to focus on the design and the planning of this activity. So 30 minutes for each group to choose a type of content and the kind of format. After that, each group presents their work to the others, explaining the kind of messages they've chosen and the strategy they have chosen to combat anti-Semitism or hate speech in general. So after that, we had some kind of feedback and a few ideas about how to disseminate our strategy or our content, and the conclusion and call for action. So, what am I talking about? Where am I talking about objective of the activity? As you can see in this slide, the objectives can be very different. So it's up to you to choose what kind of objective you want to focus on for the development of your content. It could be raise awareness, so educate people about the historical development, impact, and contemporary manifestations of antisemitism. Or it could be promoting understanding and tolerance. So the idea in this case is to cultivate a culture of empathy and respect by sharing personal stories, cultural insights, and any kind of positive contributions provided by the Jewish communities. Or another objective would be counter misinformation. So identify and combat misinformation and conspiracy theories, for example, related to antisemitism. I'm still talking about objectives or any kind of content you wanted to plan or develop. Another objective could be encouraging reporting and providing support. So the idea is how to invite people to report anti-Semitic content or hate speech on social media, or to provide support to anyone who was or is victim of anti-Semitic attack or hate speech. Or another kind of objective could be influence policy and platform changes. In this case, the target of your activity could be the social media platforms themselves, or policymakers, anyone who is in charge of managing and developing social media platforms. So the idea how they can do better to moderate content of hate speech, of anti-Semitism, or develop in a different way the social media platforms. In terms of key messages, again, what's the message of your content, of your activity? It could be raising awareness about the history and the impact of antisemitism. It could be highlighting or stressing that any form of antisemitism is a violation of human rights. It could be encouraging people to stand in solidarity with Jewish communities. It could be provide information on procedures for reporting anti-Semitic incidents on social media and in real life. Or it could be provide examples of positive contributions provided by Jewish individuals and communities, actively counter misinformation, conspiracy theories, or promote the value of diversity and inclusion. So as you can see, you have plenty of choices in terms of objectives, in terms of messages, and also in terms of strategies. Because this is something that I only mentioned yesterday because we didn't have time to go into the details. So as you can see, we have at disposal a number of possible strategies that you can use for very simple and short-term strategies like as debunking misinformation, fake news, false content, to actively engage in counter-speech, or to deconstruct an anti-Semitic or xenophobic narrative, framing a new narrative, a positive narrative, which is another strategy that can be used to fight against anti-Semitism and hate speech, providing examples of dialogue, leveraging on personal stories to emphasize situations or possible collaborations in order to go over differences, which can be harmful, use of humor, and influence partnerships. So this is the list of TikTok profiles I have selected for you, which is the first part of the activity, where I invite you, once we have formed the small groups, to have a look all together, just to get familiar with this type of content on TikTok and get some kind of inspiration for your activity. So for me, that's it. I'm aware that I was very quick explaining everything, but as I was saying before, I have a number of printed copies of these slides, so you can rely on them when you will be working on groups. So let's go back. Sorry, can you? Okay. So we are here now. Point number 2. So creation of small group activities. So first of all, let's form groups of 3, maximum 4 people to work together, preferably with people you don't know yet. So merging different schools, different countries, all together. Please don't make a group with people you already know.
Не всички от едно училище, които се познавате, просто да се сместите, за да може да работите съвместно с нови. Може да използвате всички места.
Okay, sorry guys, can I suggest that you move your chairs, because for the next 1 hour we are supposed to work in small groups. So please use also the rest of the room. We have a lot of space here. Bring your chairs and find a small space where you can be together.
Thank you.